in the lead up to Addie LaRue. Addie LaRue, for those who don't know, is my 20th novel. And in the lead up to Addie, I was like, oh great, this one book will be the death of my entire career. Like, watch me. I have written 19 fantasy novels, and here's this weird, quiet, literary deal with the devil. That's just, it's a character novel. And when I say character novel versus plot novel, it's just really internal conflict versus external conflict. Addie LaRue has a plot, Shades of Magic has character, but it's the guiding force of each one. Addie LaRue is a book about identity. It is a book about turning a certain age and feeling like you're supposed to know who you are at that moment, as if the clock ticks and suddenly you become whole. And Shades of Magic is a book about a stone across multiple Londons and a chase. It's also about identity, but that's not its headline. So plot novel, the headline is external conflict. Character novel, the headline is internal conflict. I had written 19 plot novels, and then I wrote Addie, and I was like already apologizing to my publisher because I was like, this is going to be weird, and it's probably not going to go well, and I'm so sorry, it's going to be the death of my career. So then Addie comes out. Spoiler, not the death of my career. And then I had the exact opposite problem. I gained about 1 million new readers with Addie who hadn't already been there, and then they all turned to me and said, another. And I said, oh no, I so hate to break this to you. I will never do that again. That was 1/20th of my identity. And oops. And I definitely had about a 6-month period where I felt, for the very first time, a sense of pressure to repeat myself. The next thing I wrote, I almost forced myself out of it by writing Gallant. I was like, well, no matter what I write after Addie, it can't be like Addie. And if I try to make it like Addie, that will be a disservice both to the story, to myself, and to the readers. And so I wrote this story about a nonverbal protagonist skirting the line between life and death, between human and the ghouls on the other side of a wall that you can walk around in daytime but not at night. Like, it was a fairy tale. So books 1 and 21 were fairy tales. It was a homecoming, but it was also a declaration to myself and to my readers. The weird can't stop just because you have this kind of success with one of these books. So there are days when it is hard and when I get in my head and when I think, oh, I should just stay in a lane. But if I had wanted to just stay in a lane, I would have just continued writing Shades of Magic. Like, up until Addie, that was my most successful series by numbers alone. And so I think I'm just really antagonistic towards measurements like that. I'm antagonistic towards fear and towards success and towards all of it. And so I just do the only thing I know how to do, which is just put my head down and tell myself a story.